Alright chat, we're looking from the start, wasting absolutely no time today. When we're doing the two trades I've taken this week so far, just recapping them. So on Monday, we were forming all these equal lows around that 12 a.m. open. And then I was like, okay, maybe we could trade back down to those later throughout New York. And as we got into the open, we had this big ass 1 hour fair value gap. And I thought we could use that as resistance. And we had this move up as well shortly after the 9:30 open, and I was thinking that could be the 9:30 manipulation leg. And we swept back down lower with some displacement, leaving a fair value gap. I entered a short off of that fair value gap down to these lows initially, because we had some nice 3 equal lows down here that I was gonna target. But as we traded back down into this low, and so this was the first presented fair value gap. So I was thinking, okay, cool, we could probably partial over here, and then just leave the rest break even, and then I was going to leave the last few running contracts to these lows over here, which ended up not happening. So this was obviously a better play to just partial within this first presented fair value gap and the swing low, and then we traded back up and got stopped up break even. And then they completely disrespected this 1 hour fair value gap, didn't even care about it. Traded back up into above it, and then I was initially going to look for another short around that 1050 macro to 1110, but that never ended up happening, and we just kind of didn't do much. We just went sideways and it was horrible. And then yesterday with CPI, your boy got blasted. Not gonna lie to you, gents, it was not good. The CPI candle was massive. I think it was like around, I think it was like 300 handles or so. And I was thinking around money. Let's see if it wants to trade back up into the premium of this dealing range, which we did do over here, which was clean. And then I was like, all right, money, let's see if we keep displacing down throughout swing lows. So we just, boom, never trades back to this early enough for me to take an entry off of this fair value gap. And we swept this low, boom, fair value gap. Bob's your uncle. I was thinking, sweet, this is it. We're going to take a banger trade to this low over here, which would be like 200 points, and then just partial at these lows, these 9 o'clock lows over here. But that was not the case, guys. We got absolutely destroyed. We tapped a fair value gap. I saw this down close candle. I was like, this is it. This is money. We're going to be taking a banger trade. And then we just got wrecked 2 minutes later. At least it was quick. We were over and done with. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't a bad play. I would definitely take this trade again. It's just unfortunate that my bias was wrong, because as you guys can see, we just kept trading higher and higher, and eventually we swept out these CPI highs towards the end of the day. So yeah, not the best CPI day, but we go again. GG's, we go again tomorrow.